at this point, when our startups are, and each day there are more than 1,000 ideas being born. But in my view, our startup culture is not born yet. And Pakistan has just conceived the startup ecosystem. So, in your view, are our startups going in the right direction or wrong direction? Or what do you think that what steps should be taken in order to align our startup culture?
So let's go back a little while. If you go back 10, 15 years, there was what you might call even IT revolution across the world. Same thing was happening here in Pakistan. People educated themselves. They started to learn how to operate computers. They started learning, programming languages, etc. But where was the market? The market was overseas, right? And the business model was what you can call a labor arbitrage, right? So the labor here was cheap. It was much more expensive overseas, and you could do projects that were primarily paying you by the hour, okay? And that's how a number of different companies here in this market got created. So there wasn't really any innovation in terms of saying, let's go out there and become the next, Google or Facebook, etc. It was just all about, let's get a client, let's try and provide them with, some kind of service and charge by the hour. I think today things have changed. Things have changed because there is a domestic market and people are hungry for services. 70% of the population of Pakistan is below the age of 30, right? So there are a lot of young people who are consuming a lot of different types of innovative ideas, technologies, social media, etc. And today, if you look at all our platforms, all those platforms are from the outside. I'm sure everybody in this room at least has heard of or uses WhatsApp. You've been on Facebook. I'm sure you've done a search on Google, right? But how many of you regularly go to the site or use an application or a service that is from a company that's located domestically? It doesn't mean that there aren't success stories, but those success stories, like you can take Careem for example. Careem is not a Pakistani company, but Careem has its operations and its development team residing here in Pakistan, but they're looking for businesses overseas. But now I think the culture is changing because there is capital that's come into Pakistan that has funded companies. I'm sure you know some of those companies that already exist. But the quantum of capital is extremely low compared to other places around the world, right? Now, part of the issue is perception. The perception that Pakistan is high risk, it's not a place, where innovative ideas can arise. And I think it's incumbent upon us to be able to change that view. And the best way to change that is to go out there and come up with ideas and not be afraid to imagine things and pursue your dreams.
That's really right. Jumping into the